Positioning my hands 30 degrees. I've got my chest over this bar. It's all about what you're thinking about. Really thinking about engaging your traps, focusing on the motion of the shoulder blade will change the game. And science tells us that that will make a difference in your results. I'm engaging my traps. My traps are going to pull my shoulders up and out this way. Controlled motion. Right here. I'm trying to keep my chin as still as I can and kind of slightly tucked down. Tightening before I move. Controlling every single inch. If my hands weren't attached to this bar, my hands would be going like this. They would be traveling out. Just like that. Right here. Moving with control. With my hands out, remember that 30 degrees. I'm looking around 30 degrees of abduction of my arm. So I'm not grabbing close to my thighs. I'm grabbing out just a little bit. I'm going a pronated grip. And I'm going to keep my chest over this bar just a little bit. So my hips are kind of hinged back. I've got my chest over the bar. And I'm going to move and upwardly rotate my shoulder blades, engaging my traps this way. Now you can't see this, but if my arms weren't attached to this bar, my arms would be moving up and out like this. But you can't see that component of this because I'm fixated to a bar. Don't forget, when you're using a straight bar, your hands are locked. So you're not going to see that movement of your hands going out because you can't, because you're fixated on a bar. But if you weren't fixated on a bar, that is what would be happening. So in your mind, you're still thinking about that same thing happening with your hands. You're still thinking about those hands basically spreading apart as your scapula moves up and out. It's just a different form of resistance. The keys are, I'm not rolling my shoulders like this. I'm not coming straight up. I've got my arms out to 30 degrees. I'm not using too much weight, and I'm going up and out this way. Focused on tightening my traps, not using too much weight, focused on the motion, full range of motion reps, as high as I can, arms to the back of my head, controlling back down. You're not going to be able to use 4 plates doing that because, you know, this kind of stuff, I mean, I can use my hips all day, but what's the point? You know, why am I doing a shrug? I'm not doing a shrug for my hips, for hip extension. I'm doing my shrugs to isolate my traps. And to get the most from this, I'm going to engage the muscles, think about the full range, and control every single rep.